Well, we got it right there. Smoking marijuana, cannabis, we no care. We smoke it right there. A cannabis wiki, alright, me I tell you, so we got it right there. Smoking marijuana, and me just don't care.
Yeah, welcome to the green room. We're here at Sticky Nugs, and we have none other than Rasta Phil and
Rasta
Fire. And yeah, it's been a great day here so far. And of course, we have our queen of cannabis, Jackie Childs. We can't miss her.
Hey guys, welcome to the green room here at Sticky Nugs. We're super excited for this next conversation. Derek, take it.
Yeah,
So who is Rasta Phil?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Because you're a star,
What do you
man.
want to know about Rasta Phil?
Well, obviously you and Jackie know each other, but I want to learn about, what you are doing with music. Obviously you bring your artists here, so we would like to definitely hear a Cannabis Wiki freestyle, in a bit. But introduce yourself. When did you start getting involved with music? And what is it that you actually do in music?
And cannabis.
First thing I want to thank Almighty God. One love to each and every one. I started music in the church. That's why I start like that.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? My father died when I was 7 years old. He was in America and I was in Trinidad.
Right.
So for 10 years I lived in Trinidad. I went to church with my mom, Sarah Thomas. She just turned 89 years on the 25th of January.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And she lives in Boston. Right now she's in the cold like us.
Oh, the cold.
But she's cool, She loved Boston. She'll never, what I'm saying?
So you had like a gospel upbringing. Yeah, there's a lot of artists, that's where they start. And then how did it morph from there?
Well, I went to Boston when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
And I didn't start it in the music business. I started in the weed business.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was the first one selling that little, brown weed. It used to pop out, burn a hole in your hand.
The cess draw?
Yeah, I used to stand
The Maca?
right on Stoughton Street, in Dorchester.
Okay.
I'd sell it. And then I started sharing it, I had to work a regular job because my mother was very serious. You know what I mean? I worked at Brigham's and Women's and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I was always working because you had to give my mother a real check.
Right.
She didn't want the weed money.
No, she don't take the weed money.
Rasta Phil, I'll take the weed money.
I'll take the weed money too.
Sorry, continue.
Because you have to support my mom because remember I said my father's been dead.
Right.
My mother's haven't had a husband or a boyfriend or somebody coming in the house saying for 52 years.
Oh, wow.
She's hanging. But I have 5 older sisters.
Okay.
I have a younger sister and a brother. You know what I mean? They all live in Boston. All my family's in Boston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we started in the music. My first go around was with New Edition, going on the road bringing weed for them guys.
Okay.
This is where it gets good.
We always have these conversations about artists, and Jackie has informed us that the plug is usually the radio station. But I guess, so what? In Boston, the plug was Rasta Phil. Yes. Okay. And you had the highest grade for the artists when they would come through and tour in Boston.
Back then, you didn't have all these grades, Bridget. It was very simple. It was first it was the little brown, then it went to the Sensi. It went a little with no seeds.
Right.
And then we was all running around in LA, and LA was always growing good weed. I actually had one of the first weed stores in LA too. Wow. Yeah, illegal,
Yeah.
With a guy called Prince Ito Joe. Enough respect to Prince Ito Joe, he passed on.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and him at the studio,
Well, music and marijuana always goes together.
Yeah, it's part of the creative process, right? And artists like to chill and kick back and smoke weed. I don't think you get creative when you're drinking Hennessy or whatever you're drinking. I think the creations flow and you get that high and you want to share it. You want to share that mood, and it comes through music, right? So can you tell us who your friend is for a second? Because like he's sitting here, he can be along for the story
Fiery.
ride. Yeah, who is
Fiery,
he?
speak out. He's
Well, as Rasta Phil, as an artist, I come up from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And knowing myself too, like from the Caribbean, I have a lot of like a family in Trinidad and Tobago too. Yeah. Like my grandparents, them come from there and come to St. Vincent and have children in St. Vincent. So it's like a descendant of the Trinidadians of them also too. And even the descendants of the Africans of them and mixed with the Scottish people them.
That's me, the Scottish people.
yeah. 'Cause my grandmother too, from my mother's side, she's from Scotland.
And you're an artist, you're a musician.
Yeah, as a musician.
And is cannabis part of your creative process, part of your life?
Yeah, I even have some cannabis tune. That's why I don't want to give
Oh,
Ah,
we love that. So,
yes.
we need a Cannabis Wiki dub plate.
Yeah, because I had 2 cannabis tune and plus
Okay.
again, it's Rasta Phil, I do them for 2.
So okay, so Rasta Phil, like the little bits of here, hustling, doing the weeds, whatever. How did it come the Rasta Phil? Like everyone seems to know you, and I'm in clubs or in little corners, and I'm in pockets of people, and Rasta Phil's name comes up.
Right.
So when I was suggesting Rasta Phil for this interview, Derek's like, let me do some research. He messaged me back 5 minutes later. He's like, get this guy on. We need to talk about him. Or like, we need to find out.
The stories, I was just like, how, like, what is, you just had, it just seemed like there was going to be some great stories, and, we're just getting started here. So,
Yeah,
We
so
have a long way to go.
absolutely.
That's a great story, man.
tell us some. Share us your stories with weed and people we might know. Some named people that enjoy cannabis.
Well, first and foremost, everybody enjoy cannabis. Some people don't like to admit it, but they all enjoy it. And that's what's really happening in the world today, as you see, you know what I mean? Now we have like the cannabis is so for medical, for everything we do. So as much as all it is now, what's happening is that the weed is really showing the grow. It's the healing of the nation. My cousins and them, they used to be the ones in Flatbush, down in Dean and Bergen, right there. They had the little weed stores. People used to line up back in the days.
Right.
But them fellas went through a lot of stuff too. You understand? So the weed came a long way, brother, to be where it is today. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And it still have a little fight down. It still have a lot of way to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So-
that's what you love about it. It's always growing.
Right. So do you spend most of your time in the stateside or here in Canada?
I actually spend my time wherever we got a movie to do with Mark Wahlberg. I'm always traveling with him doing movies.
Okay.
Our next movie is going to be in England and
Marky
New
Mark and the
Jersey.
Funky Bunch.
You know what I mean? It's with Holly Berry's going to be in the next.
Can you move closer to your mic, Miss
And right now,
Rasta Phil?
he's just promoting another movie actually.
Yeah,
Uncharted,
Yeah.
And then you got Fathers 2 coming on.
So that keeps you busy. So, because what I was thinking is there going to be a Rasta Phil dispensary or a strain of weed, that you could...
Yeah, right now, Virgin, you don't know how many people are coming to me with a strain, but I'm from Trinidad too. You know what I mean? Back in the days, we used to just take the leaf of the tree and we didn't understand the weed. But now we learn the weed and everything. Now you come to America, Canada, and these places educate you a lot about things. But at the same time, I want the right weed for my
you don't want to rush it.
strain. You know what I'm saying? And people are growing. Right now, I'm big in the weed business. I was the one who started Weed MD. A lot of these stores.
What?
Oh man, you don't know who Rasta Phil is?
No, that's why we're here to learn.
So the guys, I did it because these people had retirement homes.
Okay.
They were called Regency Care, Bruce Scully and them. Those guys, I worked with them while we're here. I used to bring artists all the time here, and they would give them work and different things. So when they wanted to go in there, they were trying to get the old people off of the pharmaceutical drugs. Because remember, they're the top buyers in the pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, the opioid crazes.
And I like what they were doing. They wanted to take the people off of that.
Right.
So they're doing a lot of stuff still. Right now, we have a lab in Vancouver.
Nice.
A guy called Bubba Man, the top guy.
Right. Yeah, Bubble Man. I've seen him. He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he has
That's
a
our guy.
YouTube.
Okay.
We partner up with him. We're going after the medical, very, very serious.
That's great. Yeah.
Derek's still
Weed MD. I can't. Wow.
Derek's still trying to figure out. Okay, Rasta
What are they
Phil.
called now? They're called Entourage or something?
See?
Yeah.
So why are they trying to call entourage? Who is the entourage in Canada? Look, you see, do your research.
Yeah, was it Mark Wahlberg and Rasta Phil? Like
Of
they're
the
the
original.
entourage.
Yeah.
The original.
All
You
right.
wanna see my phone today when he called me?
We had the original Don Dada here of weed, okay? That's who we have here today. So, yeah, this is, tell us.
I'm just going to interrupt because at Cannabis Wiki, we welcome everyone to the table. But I mean, for the first little bit, we had lots of CEOs, which we still do. And we have lots of, government regulators and whatever. And
Boring.
and as much as they are interesting enough, it's still not hitting on the real culture of cannabis, the community of culture or cannabis, and why we love it, why we share it, why we celebrate it, why we create with it. Is Rasta Phil. Like this is what our table needed some more.
Finally.
Finally, it took us coming to Sticky Nugs to get to be able to talk about culture and the real back in the day and like the cabbies and hustling and doing like the way weed was before it is what it is now. We're missing.
No, well, there's times, I used to be on the road with the new kids and the black Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. And I'll come home, because I'm gone with them for a few days or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's no weed in the corner. So the first thing I'll do is take the red eye to New York.
Right.
Come back on the Greyhound.
Okay.
And if the naked girls were standing there, you don't even know them. You look at them and you walk by because you're carrying everybody because people are fronting money.
Yep.
Families, so you take chances too.
Yep.
A lot of things went wrong sometimes, but thank God I was always blessed.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always move on the same side.
Okay.
I lost a lot of soldiers too. If I tell you stories, that's for the movie. We can't put that.
We can't give away
We're
everything.
getting ready to make the real entourage. That's why I'm trying to tell you to change it to that.
Okay.
It's smart.
Yeah.
I started the company. I got them all the people that messed it up too. But I want to pick those people, just so you know. I ain't going to...
So are you still involved in the company?
I want to be in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Derek's like, oh, dude, want me to say that in the mic? Yeah, you can be in the movie. I'll be the runner. I'll be getting everyone their water and their coffee.
There's a lot of good roles. If I tell you some stuff about, we had a firehouse. People call it the safe house now, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a place where we would bring like after like New Edition concerts, we'll bring all the girls there back there.
To the firehouse?
And we would have to search the girls. We wouldn't have to search the guys because everybody was cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we know all the guys. It was like maybe, 15 guys for the most.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes only 8. But it was always full of girls. And especially when we started doing with the new kids in the block and the Monkey Mark. Oh!
Those were the original mall, like when girls would go crazy and pass out, and they pop up at malls or different things to launch their concerts. It was crazy. The boy bands was insane.
We used to have
insane.
weed parties back then because they wasn't into the heavy drugs. So
Right.
it was always weed parties we would do. Everybody's got weed and they'd see the place all cloudy and shit like that.
Wow.
And we called it the firehouse.
Right.
And I used to say, nationwide known throughout the world, the firehouse tasted all the girls. We used to have a real good time. Ladies were fine, should have been a crime. Relax your mind so you could feel stable. If you too young, we don't rock the cradle. Back in the days, that's what we used to do. Back on 38 Westview, at the door, Monty Mont will pat you down. It was not top floor, it was on the ground. Back in the days, is what we talked about. Nightfall, we hit the firehouse.
Boom.
Oh,
Wow.
that was so good. That's fire.
So,
I like that fire.
Is that going to be your first smoking lounge when they legalize smoking lounges? You're going to bring back the firehouse.
It's already. I'm rebuilding it
Oh,
right
my.
now in Brampton. Already started.
Okay.
So we gotta, everywhere you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you say, you can't forget the man with the beats. Yes, my brother, the TMT, taking care of stuff in the place to be. Yes, my brother, looking out for me. And he's out there and he's making his moves with his boy Kino, and he's cool. In world beat music, yeah, he's gonna rule. People say he's ruthless. I say he's cool. And then one night, this girl that I was boning, then the fireman said the house was burning. Everything burned, it was all gone. We better keep the firehouse to the song. The firehouse is for everybody. Another location, we're gonna party, and we are partying right now.
Wow.
Big up yourself.
Boom.
You know?
Yeah.
Big up yourself. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Cannabis Wiki, Sticky Nugs, Sticky Conversations.
Absolutely.
So
This is-
will you can you?
Yeah, let's hear a little bit of.
Can you hit the mic a little or no?
Right.
Yeah. All right, we'll let you, and then Rasta Phil can take us on another journey.
Yeah? Okay. It go like this. So me say life or die, me a roll with the king. Balance with the empress, with well it hearing. Feel music in my lines and feel music in my ring. Me send the shivering, a yaddling abroad and foreign. Man a global artist, so them can't hold me down. All them a go and them can't wear me crung. Boy, me no swagger red a fire, me a burn. Man a send earthquake, me say all underground. And everything a joke, and everything a fun. And everything a start, and everything a done. Me tell them say look out, cause judgment a come. And me mean safety, so here I come. Enough of them a my craze and I laugh like a clown. When them see Babylon, them a run up and down. Them don't lose themselves and them can't last them ground. Them can't keep still anytime me come around. Well, I don't take not a evil for fun. For good to live a lot of evil for done. Generation pan generation a come. Galactic Federation, them a wait I fi come. So down at this Ababa, me a push off me song. And I don't paint up my face like clown. Your side marijuana run smoke like clown. Then my voice get loud. Say life or die. Me a roll with the king. Balance with the empress, with well it hearing. Feel music in a my line and feel music in a my ring. Send shivering a yaddling abroad and foreign. Die, man a roll with the king. Balance with the empress, with well it hearing. Feel music in a my line and feel music in a my ring. Me send the shivering a yaddling abroad and foreign. Them not think good, them a think warden. Them not keep law, them not outlaw them. The works of iniquity just a outjar them. Make all sort of vibes and still not hurting. Which all them of the earth, them have no word then. For the way how me go and me start working. Lego, Mark no groove and for my Vulcan. Cause I not in a no incredible Hulk thing. With back and necks and shoulder be hurting. True vanity, you know say that now hurting. There's a way me have to go one me real certain. Cause life is not a bitch, it's only those who know nothing. Them display the word and them display the king. Them display the empress, them display the king. Well, I not give a heck for no thing. Real ragga music that a real Bob Marley thing. Life or die, man a roll with the king. Balance with the empress, with well it hearing. Feel music in a my line and feel music in a my ring. Me send the shivering a yaddling abroad and foreign.
Boom!
Oh, boom! Yeah! Oh, that's good. So you just made all the other interviews poo-poo. No, that's a good interview. This is good, eh, dude?
Absolutely.
This is the green room.
I mean, if Sticky Nugs was done for the day, I would have to light up my post drops right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Smoke a blunt and enjoy
Maybe
that.
next time Rasta Phil will invite us to the firehouse.
Yes, sir.
And then we can conduct the interview from there, and we can really have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm interested
That's what
in.
the firehouse is about.
Right.
Uniting people.
Listen, Rasta Phil, we have a mobile setup here. We can pop up anywhere, you know? So
From
like
Sticky
that.
Nugs to the firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us another story. Take us on a journey, either music or weed. You share something from your something pops out, something somewhere you've been, something you've done, something you.
Or what are you doing now, moving forward? Like, because it's like every time we say something, like, oh yeah, you have your strain, you have the firehouse coming back. Like, what else is going on? Because
I
you
have a lot going on.
right, I understand that. You have your artists.
I'm putting out Fiery. I got my son. He's God King Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
He's Canadian.
Okay.
He's online too.
Yeah.
He was supposed to come. I don't know what the young kids do it.
You know how the young kids do it. Yes, we do.
He show up when he wants. You know what I mean? But I'm looking after. I have some grandkids too.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them here in Canada.
Right.
Javon and Kara. So
Shout
what
out.
I'm doing too, I'm producing a lot of music. I'm involved in a lot of films. I have guys who have money in America. Like I say, I'm working with Mark. But
Right.
I'm looking for the good stuff. I'm not just, you know what I mean? We brought Entourage. Look at our resume.
Right.
So I'm looking,
Okay.
You come to the street, you find what you're looking for. You understand? And that's what I'm doing.
Right.
I have a bunch of little stuff that I found already that I'm developing, so.
What about like writing songs and that, because obviously, being the plug, you've been involved with a lot of musical artists. Do you have like credits for writing or producing or any of that sort of thing? Because I mean, you're bringing the vibe.
He has his own song too. He has his own. Remember,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and he had some good names right with them and get on that.
I guess
with
what I'm
them.
saying is like, you know, when
Big
someone's
names.
in producing music, right? You're bringing the vibe. So you're responsible for a lot of that music because without the Rasta Phil, cannabis, and the vibe that you bring, a lot of that stuff would not have been produced.
Yeah, it's yes and no, because what I'm doing now is I have a lot of original music that I've been saving over the years.
Okay.
Because what happened is we started doing music. I went on the road with Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yep.
We was doing our thing. I ended up in LA. I was on our senior hall show. I met the first African American. I'm just on my part. I met the first African American to be in Congress. His name is Mervyn Dimely, which was a Trinidadian. And like I said, my father's been dead. So I'm doing my story about, I met Dick Griffey. He offered me a contract for 15 years. And he's the guy who signed Dr. Dre to Interscope. He's the guy who had Diana Ross, you know, Babyface, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I'm just on my part. I went home to Trinidad. I recorded 18 artists. They call them Black Star Original. So it's called Building Love Around Knowledge, Spiritual Teachings and Righteousness. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So I'm doing a lot of things, and it's all in works right now. And now I feel is the time to do it.
Right.
And that's what I've been doing.
So you were behind the scenes.
Yes, I was
now
doing
you're
the
coming
movie.
up
Yeah.
to be in the mainstream
limelight.
and say, okay, Rasta Phil's here, and guess what? You may just be hearing about me now, but I'm an OG in the business.
Well, you'll see if you go back to movies, because sometimes, you know, they don't pay attention. to
Right.
things. And that's how the weed business is. I'm like the weed. I'm growing. And now
Right.
it's my time.
Okay.
Weed is legal now.
Yes.
Rasta Phil is legal to go.
Right.
And talk and smoke my weed. I was the one smoking the weed with Marky Mark, and then the people come in the room.
Right.
Everybody who wasn't, I was the one. I say I smoking in Mississippi.
Right.
And he's, okay, Rasta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's somebody have to take the blame. I always
Right.
take the blame.
Of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
Hey, I always take the blame.
Yeah, I'll always take the blame.
But now you don't have to apologize anymore as weed is legal.
So now I'm
So
coming out.
Right.
You see all my music, all these years I've been saving. Look, nobody knows that Raul Trasvan is on my record, my song Living in Easy.
Okay.
Living
He's
in
the
Easy.
legend right now, because remember, Michael Jackson is dead.
Right.
Prince is dead. Usher is younger than
Right.
Ralph is the sound. He's the Motown. He's the guy.
Wait, is that
You
Candy Girl?
understand?
Is that
Yeah, Mr. Telephone Man, Candy
Candy Girl.
whichever one you call.
Yeah.
My roller skating song.
Okay.
And then Living in Easy. He's on Living in Easy.
And Rasta Phil has his own tune, which we will add to this. And I
Living in
said it,
Easy,
Living
you
in
know?
Easy.
Right. As long as he clears it for us, we don't want any copyright strikes. If you clear the song for us, we'll definitely add it in. You know? What about, okay, so you're from Trinidad, so what about any soca songs?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my nephews are them.
Okay.
They're in the island. They were in America living, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They're Douglas. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My sister's been married to an Indian guy for over 42 years. He's been in our family, sings.
Okay.
They're big.
Sing.
Sing.
Oh, so you're talking about World Boss.
Sings. Dane Singh is his name. You know, it's my sister.
Yeah, but did they own a car place?
Yeah, no,
lot?
he did more of the metalwork. He built all the
Okay.
cast iron buildings.
How do you know this,
Tubs
Derek?
and lighters and all this.
No, there was a big sing who was into car. His name was
Yes,
World Boss. Remember?
I know who he's talking
You know who I'm
about.
talking about.
Amar.
Yeah.
It's the Robert Amar. He was the one running the music down there.
Okay.
When I understand. Yeah.
I like this. I like this conversation.
Yes.
So in a little chat before, you mentioned, I don't know, I'm going to say it here on the microphone, Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Did he smoke weed?
Well,
I think he's a
everybody
wild
smokes
man.
weed.
What? He's not.
You know what I mean? Everybody smokes weed. One time I was with Bobby, and he was holding my hand, and he was, "Where's Rasta Phil?"
To get some weed? They all look for you for the after.
No, he's just looking for me.
He's just looking for me.
It's a vibe.
He's
It's
a,
a vibe. He's just looking for me.
Rasta Phil is a vibe.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Yeah.
No, but when we
I can just see it. Like now it's like coming together. You know what I mean? They're like, well, oh, we're in a recording session and we're going here. Make sure Rasta Phil's there, right? It's keeping everybody's spirits up, and you know he's got the good weed. It's a vibe. So now Rasta Phil's translating that into a brand.
Yeah.
And because
why
cannabis
not?
is legal.
Yeah.
So now he
I'm
can.
capitalizing.
Okay.
You know? That's why
Yes, that was your
I
time.
have a lot of stories when
Right.
when my cousins and them was hustling and things they went through from the
Mm-hmm.
gunman too. We was more afraid of sometime the gunman more than the Babylon when he hustled on the street too.
Mm-hmm.
So when being legal too, it protects a little bit, but
Right.
you know how it is.
Wait, is the gunman the cops or is the gunman like your enemy?
Bandits.
Oh, the band. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. We call the cops the gunmans.
But sometimes
Well, they're both
They both have-
criminals.
You heard it here.
they're both criminals.
When you smoke, so like right now, today, say you have you smoke a joint or smoke a blunt or smoke a whatever. What do you smoke and what is your strain, go-to strain right now?
Well, is that a trick question? I like to smoke good weed.
Good weed.
Yeah, I'm not
Indica or
I'm
sativa?
not prejudiced.
You're not, as long as it's good weed.
yeah.
Like
I'm
when you
not-
were coming up with Living Ain't Easy,
Yeah.
what were you smoking?
Yeah.
Living in easy. I was going through a lot of things with immigration.
Okay.
Living in easy, you know, because time and time again, as I think back to my early childhood, growing up black,
Right.
looked down upon, worked ever hard, life of a poor man. Guess who started? When things was good, I had plenty friends. Then things got bad. It came to an end. They scattered and shattered like snakes. They ran away from my path. Go to hell, that's what I say. As for me, a few remains with the Ras, the Almighty, my family, like Black Star C, and Movi and Marquis. Cause living ain't easy.
Boom.
I love it.
Living in a world like this, it don't please me, but nobody said it would be easy. Come follow me in the message I bring, but we all must live. Some try to hold a good man down, gone down to my home, Trinidad. That's where I found my roots and who I be. Thanks to Jah, my savior, the Almighty, for setting me free. Now I find peace within myself and spread my wings to a part of life, of eternity. Cause living ain't easy. I found changes and I'm tired of lies. Some try, some say, others must die. I miss the days of old when people won't call, a minor crime unfold. Guess who stole the gold? But nobody taught you right from wrong. Now you're singing this song. These are dangerous times. No respect for mankind or Mother Nature or Jah the Creator. Instead, you're worshiping the devil and his bitches. Switches the tree and blow up, stick him with a knife, because it's easy to find. How can we get away from this ism and destruction? Please listen to me, for if you're black or if you're white, we're all precious in his sight. So let's all unite. Come together in unity and smoke good fucking...
Yeah, you say it, Rasta Phil. Fucking weed, man. Smoke the
Respect.
good fucking weed. Which you can get here at Sticky Nugs, by the way.
Absolutely. Because living ain't easy.
Living
Because
ain't
living ain't
easy.
easy.
February, Black History Month. This is a great fucking conversation.
Love you every time.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, Derek, wait, you're thinking of something. You're like, well, I still don't know. What is there? Like, you want some.
Well, no, I mean, you know, okay,
mean,
from when Jackie said, hey, Rasta Phil, now I'm getting the picture of Rasta Phil, and it's amazing. And it's, now is his time, and he's put in the groundwork already. So now it's his time to just...
Yeah.
Pull me
Excel.
out of the crowd. You
Yeah.
go back to the old pictures and you'll see I was there.
Right.
I was in the Rolling Stones magazine with Mark and Donnie, Hug Up. When
Right.
we did Good Vibration and all that song. My friend wrote Good Vibration.
Okay.
Big up
that
yourself.
good
A black man.
vibrations.
I'll bring him
Right.
on the show too. We must bring Spice on the show.
Sensations. The sweet
Yeah.
sensations. Good vibrations. Absolutely.
Song.
So,
Good
do you have a record label? Like, is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
like,
Rasta Phil Entertainment.
okay.
Rasta
So everybody
Phil
can check that
Entertainment.
out. And the songs, are they available on all streaming platforms, or how do you
We're getting
distribute
them
them?
ready now. Right now we got them on Spotify and
Okay.
all that other stuff. The company's called Slamming Media.
Okay.
That's a company that I'm working with. There's a friend of mine who started the company years ago, and he's always like, Rasta Cup. And I go away, come back, go away, come back. And,
Right.
you know, since this pandemic, you know, this
You've
COVID,
had some time.
yeah, so he wanted to release the song. He thought it would be a good song.
Yeah, it is a good
Yeah,
song.
man.
Hearing you perform it live here was, very powerful.
Yeah, and
Thank
something
you.
we're missing, live
you.
music and everything. We can't wait to celebrate that more, right, Derek? Like
Absolutely.
Well,
live
it's coming, it's coming. You know.
festivals and events are
Festival,
coming
everything's
back.
coming back. We gotta just, be involved now and spread the news and just do everything the right way now. They want us
Absolutely.
to put up fences. You put up fences so we can smoke weed. You know
Right.
what I mean? you do what the government wants. You follow the rules and let's just go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't fight them,
Do you go back to Boston often?
Oh, yeah. My mom lives
We
in
get to see him.
Boston,
So all the time?
Yeah,
or
well,
like
as
a
much
what-
as I can. The last time I was there, we went for Mark's mom's. She passed away, and we were closing out her house.
Aw.
We were there for that, so I was able to hang with my mom, see the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
So I love anytime you say, "Let's go to Boston." I'm like, "Let's go."
Do you like here in Toronto? Do you visit Wahlburgers often? Is that where you go for munchies?
Well, being honest, it's I who brought all them brands here.
Oh.
I brought the
Wahlburger,
water.
yeah.
Everything he has a water to. And then we're doing that 45. I think they come in here. They just walking through the door. I'm the Canadian here. Hello.
I could, this
That's
is,
my hustle.
Yeah.
Dude, music is my love. So now I'm doing it because I love to do what I'm doing. So now it's
Right.
my time to do what I love.
So-
I need work and put in the work.
give us like, when all those great songs were being created, give us a vibe, like in the studio or like, how was that? How was that back then?
No, well, you see, a lot of the songs that we did, it's not like people think. We did them at the firehouse. And that's where we bring it. You know what I mean? So then you'll see the real. I saw Ralph Tresvant made girls cry right in my house.
Right.
Like people don't understand. But when he was nobody, he was not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The energy. It's like,
Right.
You see it real. You know what I mean? We was picking up girls
Yeah.
all the time. It was. We would never. We never had that problem.
Yeah.
All the guys always,
Yeah.
because they could sing. They were real good singers. Like that's what.
Is there other bands that was
Yeah,
there
but
too?
New Edition, New Kids on the Block. There was lots of different
Right.
people in there, but they were the shining at that time.
Right.
Then that's why I was able to jump onto that. And all the producers just come to my house. Those guys like to smoke weed and
Yeah.
whatever else they get in the house.
Yeah.
Bears, girls,
Right.
weed,
Yeah.
good weed. Where you going again? Everybody come,
Going to the
And
firehouse.
The firehouse. They
Right.
come and get- So we had our own studio there. My brother was a producer too. We went to
Okay.
Berkeley Music and everything.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Music could come in, Reggie. You're gonna be surprised. I have the biggest catalog undiscovered.
Hmm.
See, why are we promoting Snoop Dogg so much? Why aren't we promoting Rasta Phil?
Because Rasta Phil's just coming out now.
Look, hold up here now.
I do love Snoop.
I love Snoop. I was the one involved with bringing Snoop in Michael Weckley's backyard.
Right.
Snoop is my boy. That's my people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that he got back, the death row and everything.
Absolutely.
I know he's gonna go help a lot of brothers now too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
mess up
Snoop
my
is.
boy.
Everybody loves Snoop.
Yeah.
He's done a very good
And
job
I'm
with his
American
brand.
too. My
Yeah.
dad is an American.
Yeah.
I just came to Canada too, and I inherited Canada. My wife and kids live here.
Okay.
Understand? So God is good. It showed me the both worlds. And we love Caravana. We used to always come up here.
Right. Of course.
My boys from New York.
Right.
Village Drums and all of them. They're my cousins and them. My uncle had 9 sons and all that kind of thing, Bridget. So I
Wow.
have a big family. Them are the real weed guys. Them fellas had weed. They had money before it was legal. They have
Right.
store in Africa, all kind of thing. They don't move out there building malls and Lost Debbie.
Is Caravana coming? Is Caravana back this year?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope
We
so.
gotta promote it because we can smoke plenty weed out there.
Yeah.
Real weed now.
Green Room
And
will
you
do a
can
little
put up your
pop-up
thing,
Caravana. We'll smoke
Yes.
some weed.
Absolutely.
That'd be good. Holy
Yeah.
mackerel, finally.
Yeah, finally.
See? Look how it is. Look at how much time we have Caravana. No weed is legal.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Weed
see?
is legal. Caravana back. Oh,
Caravana
this-
is back. We
that'll
gotta
be
bring it
fun.
back.
Really,
You know
really
this?
fun.
They have Carnival still this year in Trinidad.
Oh, they did have it. Okay.
They're still having it. It ain't coming yet. It's coming.
Yeah, yeah.
They're still gonna have it.
Thank goodness. All of our
Yeah, that's
Stuff's
good.
coming back.
We're,
we're
been like-
we're waiting. We want it. All that stuff the events we go to, the
It's been too
expos,
long.
and way too
You know.
I
long.
have some artists in Trinidad too. A lot of them, my nephew Tomo,
Mm-hmm.
he's the one who handling all the artists down there. You know what I
Okay.
mean? He's handling all the business. We actually have Leslie Ann. She's Sophie Saint. She's in Miami. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We dropping music with her too. I have plenty of them, and I have Zam Official. My nieces are them. Because remember, I'm from America.
Right.
My family's American. So
Yeah.
what I want to do is bring
He's international, Rasta
bring the
Phil.
Americans with the Canadians, so it could help everybody unite people. That's what I'm doing. So I think it was great that I come here to, Canada and became a Canadian and did a lot of good things here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I raised for Miracle Day with CIBC back.
Okay.
CIBC. We raised $6 million for Miracle Day for the
Wow.
kids. You understand?
That's awesome.
So we do a lot of things too.
I like when we hear a charity component to the culture is more than what we have right now here in Canada. What we're promoting, what we're talking about, there is a huge history, or it never would have come to what it is today. We wouldn't have what we have now if it wasn't for all the OGs and the legends, the people behind the scenes, the guys that were in the corners and in secret. We wouldn't have what we have today if it wasn't for them. I believe.
And the grandma.
Yes.
Don't forget about those people, man. They're the ones who, if you look at their feet,
What happened if your mom caught you selling weed? What would happen?
Something.
Wooden spoon or no? Worse.
Back in the days, now mom she needs weed now too.
Right.
We making the medicine, have her rubbing it on
for arthritis and
topicals.
dementia.
Yes.
That's a good gateway for older people.
Yes,
I believe it is too.
CBD
for sure.
and the different things now. So now as they're fighting with us, they have to change now.
Right.
Mom, look.
Yeah, CBD is a lot easier too to release in the U.S. because of the Farm Act. So a lot easier than here in Canada where it's still regulated. We regulate CBD, which is crazy.
It's nuts actually, because CBD is the healing right? The healing property of it, and we have it so regulated. But it's easier to be involved in it and move it in the States, even though state to state it's different. But yeah, Canada again.
I think Canada is always behind a little bit. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes you learn.
They're a little cautious.
There's nothing wrong with being cautious. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the things here I like, you know what I mean? And, they let a lot of black people live over here. And I love this country. We're very multicultural here.
Yep.
We're the biggest here. That's what I love about Canada too. Because I didn't even though my father was an American, I love Canada. I love my people in America.
Right, of course.
I like a lot of stuff.
Right.
You'll see when I go through, my thing, I have a song called Jesus Christ. And it was because I was going through a lot of immigration stuff.
Right.
I was chilling in the state of mass, working hardcore, busting my ass. A man who's struggling hard just to earn a buck, a punch a card, living a life based on a clock. Never mind my appearance or my dreadlocks. But in the eyes of a lawman, I'm a smuggler, not really knowing that I'm a struggler. Working hard but always behind pay because of my color, my ethnic race. Putting up with this from 9 to 5. If a man quit, he couldn't stay alive. On the streets, I mark them friendly. The color of my skin is lethal and deadly because of the ignorance around the air. Starting with the president, the governor, mayor. Many see me and say, go back to your homeland. What have I done wrong? I can't understand. Why am I being treated guilty before I even tried? Treated wrong like a delinquent juvenile. A man can walk the streets of peace. Because the minute I turns, here comes the police saying, boy, it seems like you're in the wrong place. I can't see the hate.
Love it.
Or racism on their face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you about that. So, because you said you came to the U.S. at what age again? 17. So now there's a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that, they came to Canada or the U.S. and then, they didn't file they were young at the time. So their parents didn't file the paperwork for them. And then they end up getting into a lot of immigration problems because when they were young, they didn't get the landed or the citizenship. And then now all of a sudden it's like they didn't, they were children when they came, so they didn't know. And now all of a sudden they get in trouble, something even trivial, and now they're shipped right back. So is that kind of what happened, or tell us what happened there?
You're going to learn. See, that's what happened. And then they realized I was an American. So that they give me back everything. I can sue them now.
Right.
Overstand. And there's a man in the border tell me that's how God works.
Right.
That your father is an American. I was like, what? I didn't even know. See, all these years, I didn't even know. And
right.
Tell me. And then I was there. You could have all the paperwork, everything.
Right.
God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
I'm here I don't mind being an example. Because when
No, but there's so many people that affected.
Let me share something, brethren. In America, if you're a good person, the police cannot catch you. Because I did a lot of stuff. they couldn't catch me. I went back.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta save that for the movie.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do a follow-up green room.
And that's why I love Mr. Diamond. Because when I did our senior hall show, I met all those people.
Right.
And I came on from behind the scenes. You understand? This guy was like a father to me. The first African American to be in Congress, being a Trinidadian. I never listened to no man. My father's been dead since I'm 7 years old. I've been helping my sister, my family. I'm my own man. I don't, this man was great. And my mother is the one who told me, because I always trusted my mother. I always tell my mother when I was living underground, I always call my mother, nobody else.
Right.
Because I didn't owe nobody nothing. When I leave, all of them was owing me. So when people are owing you, you can leave.
Right.
And go anywhere because they ain't going to call you. You understand? When you call, they're more nervous. That's the weed business.
I never know.
What is the movie called? The Weed Business?
No.
Entourage.
Not Entourage. Why we go with Entourage? Entourage was the
TV show.
That was Mark's show.
Right.
Mark's Hollywood life. That's not even Mark's real life.
Yeah.
It's just Hollywood life.
Right.
Okay, guys. He went to Hollywood. He made a story.
Yeah.
He's doing really good. He's a good businessman.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? He's our brethren. Look where he is today.
Yeah. And he never left you behind.
Right. And the thing is, that's how he learned people. 'Cause he
Right.
bring people like us. We're like the dog. We could smell the heat. We
Right.
could smell it. God gave us a gift you can't take away. And once he could see people acting a certain way, he knows.
Right.
He's a very smart kid. He knows. That's why look at him.
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at what he's doing in Hollywood. You gotta
Absolutely.
give respect. And he helps. You know, my sister, on his birthday, we was having party in Boston. My sister son came, and she saw Mark. We was talking, hanging out. And he told my sister want a car. He said, he got my sister a car.
Really?
Good guy.
He got my sister a car.
Wow.
But let me say this, my sister was the one who would come and pick up the funky bunch of them at the airport, driving around, picking them up, bringing them to rehearsals.
She could
and
write a
different
book.
Things. And she would always say, he would always say, don't worry, Carol, I'll get you something when we make it. And that's one thing he lived to see.
You got her a car.
Yeah.
Well,
I could use a burger.
Or I could get you a burger if that's what you want. The burgers are good too. His brother's a very good cook.
Yeah.
well, next time he's in Canada, we'd love to interview him here at Sticky Nugs. And, bring back Rasta Phil, hear about the firehouse, what's going on with the music.
Then we should be talking about the movie because I'm already started.
Perfect.
We should be coming on the interview to big up the movie.
Yeah. We'll have them back to
Firehouse.
big up the movie.
Yeah, that's
this is
good.
right. But see, okay, so you got to remember us, right?
Don't
So
forget
we're
us.
not City TV or we're not the CH News or whatever the local whatever is. We are Cannabis Wiki, the green room, man. I think more people listen to our stuff and watch our things.
How
Than
much TVs you ever seen me on?
Right.
That's what you gotta say. I'm there with somebody else on their TV.
So
Yeah.
You'll see me if you go look.
You
that's
were
their
actually-
picture.
Right.
I'm a part of their picture.
Yeah.
Rasta Phil
understand?
was actually standing right behind you at the kind party.
Really?
Yep,
Oh.
he's right behind you, smoking a blunt with a bunch of guys, and then you.
I humble,
yeah, he
the
was.
greatest man is God. I humble myself.
He was the only one who didn't come up to me and ask
You're
for a selfie or a picture or whatever.
Rasta Phil's used to being behind the scenes, but him being behind the scenes has created so much. That's what I'm learning here today.
It's a good story.
Yeah, it's a very good story. So now that you're coming out in the front, you deserve all the blessings that you
Thank
got
you.
because
Thank
of what
you.
you put out
Thank you. Yeah.
before,
You know, they say often the quietest man is the smartest in the room or the quietest man.
I
So
don't
all
know
this
how to
time he
burn a
was in
bridge.
behind the
Right.
scene. Yeah.
I don't know how to burn a bridge. That's the thing with me. I've been in a lot of deals. I don't know how to burn it. I just leave it.
Right.
I tried to get some gossip and some little bit of
Yes.
hate on him last night, and he's like, "No, I will never do that. I will never." He's not
Because
talking
I
bad
love-
about
I
nobody
love
or
each and
anything.
everyone. That's how I am. Because you don't know what I've been going through, and a lot of people I know. If I see the guys that used to only smoke weed, how they look in Trinidad, they never grow old. They be like, what the? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Absolutely.
pictures. I'll show you Willie. These guys in them. Sweet, they're smoking. They're drinking.
Cannabis heals and the alcohol hurts.
Yes.
Thank you. As much as I glug glug glug.
Don't forget we got the tequila.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you ask about that.
Rasta Phil has his hands in everything. Okay, guys.
So do you, Derek.
Not like Rasta Phil.
Oh my goodness.
Rasta Phil's doing it on another level here. Okay, this guy is.
Anything I have is yours. You come to my house, it's your house. That's it.
Derek has the same philosophy. I mean,
Because,
I walk in the place and get fed.
Unity is strength. The more, is enough.
Good
for all of
people.
us.
Even
Yes.
Sam
Yeah.
from Sticky Nugs. Even the first time we came here, it was.
It's a family-run.
Yeah.
It's family-run. It owned and operated
Absolutely.
business. His kids are here.
And
The
it was
family
late.
I met his daughter too.
Right.
She's selling all the time.
Chris is hustling. she's
good
she's
girl.
here all the time.
She
And
make sure I eat food. You got some. You didn't-
Yeah,
you need a
exactly.
juice.
Always make sure that you're good. You know.
And
so,
she's the only one who gave me a joint.
there you go.
She
Well,
knows. Like
I'm pretty sure I'm going to give
everybody
you a
else-
joint.
Rasta Phil, oh God. She knows what she's doing.
Yep.
She's the head of the house. Don't worry.
Yes.
She's gonna take over the business.
Sticky Nugs, the Green Room, Rasta Phil.
Good girl.
That was
Yeah.
this good. Is there anything else you want to plug before we wrap it up? Anything else you want to talk? You want to mention? Do you want to mention anything?
I wanted to see,
You say what you want to say.
for the black,
It's Black History Month.
Black History Month. Rough and Wicked is the man Malcolm X. United we people, then guess who is next? Rough and Wicked is the leader Mandela, who want to free me and me fellas. Rough and Wicked is the man ML King, who use non-violence to prove his thing. Rough and Wicked, that's what me be. And I'm Buckshot Rasta, and I'm preaching love and unity is strength. And we unite in smoking the weed. Unite people. Remember that.
Thanks for joining us, guys. That was phenomenal. We'll definitely have to have you both back. Beautiful.
Give us a little volume there, KJ, so we can enjoy ourselves.
Living in easy talent. I see time and time again as I think back to my early childhood, growing up black. Looked down upon, work was ever hard. Life of a poor man, guess who started? When things was good, I had plenty friends. Then things got bad, it came to an end. They scattered and shattered like snakes, they ran away from my path. Oh, to hell, that's what I said. As for me, a few remains with the Ras, the Almighty, the family, like Black Sassy and Movi and Marky, living in easy. Living in easy.
In Canada, so pick up yourself and live in love, because unity is strength, people.
Living in a world like this, it don't please me, but nobody said it would be easy. Come follow me, and the message I give, Rasta Phil said, oh, we all must live. Some try to hold a good man down. Gone down to my home, Trinidad town. That's where I found my roots and who I be. Thanks to Jah, my savior, the Almighty, for setting me free. Now I find peace within myself and spread my wings to a path of life of eternity. 'Cause living in easy, my brother.
Living in easy, right?
'Cause
Now,
living
right?
in easy. Living in easy. These are dangerous times. Living in easy. These are dangerous times. Living in easy.
When we get the festival going and the tour will
Yeah.
cases and out of lies. Some try, some say, others must die. I miss the days of old when people weren't old. A minor crime unfold. Guess who stole the gold? But nobody taught you right from wrong. Now you're singing this song. These are dangerous, dangerous times. No respect for mankind or Mother Nature or Jah the Creator. Instead, you're worshiping the devil. The devil and his victory. Switch to the tree, blow up 6 in the night. 'Cause it's easy to find. How can we get away from the system and destruction? Please listen to me. Boy, if you're black or if you're white, we're all precious in His sight. So let's all unite, come together, and unity. Because unity is strength. United we will stand, divided we will fall. Because living in easy. Remember,
Easy,
we in
Rasta
Canada
Phil.
living in easy all over the world. Remember, respect. Love the Americans, love the black, love the white, love each and every one in. Unity is strength.
Yes. Spread love. Smoke some ganja.
Smoke some weed. You know?
Yeah.
Huh.
Kill him with kindness, Rasta
something,
Phil.
brother.
Yeah.
Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine in vain things? The false leaders of the earth set themselves and take counsel together against the Most High and against His anointed, saying, let us break their bands as under and cast away the cause from us. For the Most High shall seat it in the heavens, and he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Most High shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, vexing them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set the Most High upon the high hill of Zion. I will declare the degree. The Most High have said unto I, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for my possession. I shall break them with a rod of iron. Seeing? Blessed love.
Boom.
Respect.
Thank you.
Let's see who God bless.
No man curse.
Well, we are live from Sticky Nugs, one of the most beautiful dispensaries I've seen. And we're happy to be guests here at Sticky Nugs.
Yeah, we're kicking off our residency.
Thanks so much for having me, and we are so happy to have you guys here and be a part of this amazing journey. This is a family-run business, so I would say about maybe 15 to 20 years ago, maybe when I was a kid, my dad had this amazing, passionate idea of getting into the cannabis industry. It was so funny. I remember going into the garage and seeing him with this grid paper and had it all written out, and even the name and everything. And you always think, you know what? Hopefully one day cannabis can get to that point, but you never know, right? And I thought, you know what? Why not get into the family business and run this dream together? Because I just have such a passion about cannabis as well.
Yeah,
Already started, right?
let's kick this
Get
up.
the ball rolling.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us in the green room.
Nice.